This is lecture 13. It isn't right. Do-do-do-do. What isn't right? It isn't right that the FDA has 20,000 employees doing what? Poisoning us. How? They are putting chemicals into the foods. 10,000 different chemicals and compounds into the food, whereas in Europe only 400 are allowed. There are 5,000 products that the FDA doesn't necessarily approve. They just let them be released because the food and companies in this country regulate themselves. They say that the food is generally recognized as safe. GRAS, G-R-A-S, generally recognized as safe. And they add chemicals to food, to skin products, to medicines, and so on and so forth. In other words, the companies themselves declare the ingredients as safe. They're exempt from FDA inspection. And additionally, very often they put sugars made of corn, rice, wheat, instead of sucrose, which we talked about yesterday, which is cane sugar or beet sugar. They put these types of products in, and there's 100 different names or more. 250 names for sugar. For instance, dextrose they used for my son-in-law, who was dying from colon and rectal cancer, and they were feeding him intravenously through a bag containing 70% dextrose, which is nothing more than another name for glucose. It's a D type and alpha type, which we talked a little about yesterday. Very detrimental. But nevertheless, they fed him. He through the tube. He couldn't eat food or even liquid. He would get ice in his mouth, not water. And for 5 months, and he did pass. In any case, on the cover here is you could read yourself one of the substances, BHA. Butyrate, hydroxy, and anisole, always a crazy Greek or the Latin name, but BHA is a more proper. But in any case, it exists in 5,000 substances, meats, and that's why you should be careful. Processed meats in packages. Turkey and ham and so on and so forth. Well, in any case, have a nice day. Thank you for listening. And over here again is one of the loopholes, just one of them, in 5,000 different products. Thank you for listening.